Hey guys, it's me T coming at you. By the way, my name is Tina in case, because I don't know if any of you know, but my name is Tina, so that's why I say, hey peeps, hey, it's me T. And what was I gonna say? And so I am known as the Illuminated Muse. What was I gonna say? Oh, very interesting. Okay, I like the purple glow back there. So these cards have been shuffled. These are feminine cards today. I didn't plug that into the description box because I didn't know how it was going to flow. But I am getting that these are our feminine cards and these are our enhancement cards. You know, they're your they're your like enhancement pills. You know what I'm saying? And these are these, and numerology actually tends to be more of a masculine type of study. So they're going to be our foundational masculines, and these I haven't shuffled. So you know, it's all about the yin and yang. I was getting to shuffle one off screen, off of live screen, and the other one on screen. Do you want me to do the foundationals first? Okay. So here we go. We're going to ask for 3 cards. And what I love about these cards too is that they're colorful, so they're super healing, right? And when it comes to knowledge, spirituality, self-discovery, self-mastery, all that jazz, there's so much to it because literally it could be like whatever you're studying at the time. So, you know, it could be like chakras, you know what I'm saying, that you're studying, or you're studying, you know, just, I don't know, manifestation is what I'm getting. Or you're studying, you know, different, like, this is more like of a Judaism symbol, right? So it's kind of like, it's like the Merkaba is like the David Star. So it could be like, you know, you're studying the Torah, right? So there's so many different things that you could be studying. And so, I stop right here. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, interestingly enough. All right, so these are the highest and best cards that we're looking for. Yep, all right. So I'm going to do it this way. Again, you guys don't have the best, and I don't know why I haven't really I just like forget, I guess, of the fact that, that's so interesting, of the fact that you guys can't see. So, do I, actually, no, this feels really good right now. So, what was I going to say? So, basically, and I was just going to say that you can slightly see, but you really can't see. So I have to prop you better, but I like never remember to do that. So, by the way, isn't this so cute? They're gathered as like a little family. And I was like, oh my God, wait, stay right there. Stay right there. Okay. So yeah, and it's just, so here's what I want as I sip. I'm going to just like, we'll get to these in just a second. So, it's just really interesting. Let me explain to you the meaningfulness of this altar, right? So first we have Buddha, obviously, because that's, you know, my type of, peeps. You know what I'm saying? He's my kind of peeps. Then we have, you guys don't see the little kitties right there, but they're all waving, and they're new to they're the new friends to the team to heighten the space. The owl represents wisdom, right? And the owl has been a theme as of the past like week or two, or maybe even, I don't know, month, you know? So the owl was definitely called to come in, and this is the Buddha, which I'll shake right now, but this is the Buddha that literally it's the Hindu Buddha, but to me is the more feminine Buddha, and this is the more masculine Buddha. So I was like, you know what, let's just like have the nice little balance, and also snow globe for the holidays, even though I didn't do, like, obviously I didn't really decorate for the holidays, but, you know, I have my own personal reasons why. It's not that I don't follow, it's just that, you know, in the space that I'm currently at right now, I just don't feel as festive. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my, why did that all move? Sorry, it's just gonna have to stay that way, whatever. Maybe it required some movement, you know, refreshing movement. So, and then the tortoise here that you don't see, I love this guy. I got him, I got 2 sizes, and this is the smaller size, but I have the bigger size. He's my tie-dye turtle. I got him in the Caribbean, and I, like, loved him so much, and so he's our pet turtle. So, And this is the book for wisdom, which I may even go into, actually. We'll see if we're going to, like, open that book up, you know, in terms of what wisdom needs to come out of the laughter. And this is my mug here that is, like, super cute. It's wearing a holiday sweater, not ugly whatsoever. But I just thought I went with the ensemble, so I was like, you're coming with, you know what I'm saying? But also, it's really funny because I, like, needed something to drink, so it's kind of all perfect timing. So what was I going to say? And they're around the bonfire. This is what the lotus is, like, us, like, kind of being like, you know, the phoenix rising from the ashes, because I feel like since there's a lot of light going on right around this time, we're gonna add extra. And we're also, like, I just feel like some people are kind of like in the darkness since there's a lot of light, right? So because again, it's the balance to the yin and the yang, so we have to kind of honor both. And so yeah, so I just wanted to bring light to more of the darkness, you know, in terms of where people are feeling it, because it's not fun sometimes, you know. And again, this is why my videos have been a little late, because I've been feeling both, like, on an intense level. Like, it's really kind of crazy, but more of the darkness, and that's probably because of the purging of the full moon. But, you know, it's nothing bad. It's just, like, something that you just have to kind of, like, you know, like, just kind of work your way through. You know what I'm saying? There's a process there. So, let's get into it. So, here's the thing. Are we starting out with this side? I'm getting no. So, we're starting out with this side. Again, normally we'd go boom, 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 and even though it's kind of reversed on the camera, I feel that's like how you would normally read the cards. But I'm gonna start from here, because I'm getting to, oh no, I'm starting from the middle? Yeah, okay, so I'm starting from the middle. Interesting, okay. So we're gonna start from the middle, and the middle, okay, so I feel like we're gonna go this way, that way, that way. And I don't know why, but we're gonna put meaning to it later. So, 87, Synchronicity. I love this card because, you know, it makes actually a lot of sense that this would be kind of like the middle of the day, but also theme of the day, because today has been, like, middle of the day. It's interesting. It's been all about, like, kind of, you know, purple for the mind and pink for compassion. So I've been getting that even through, like, my fashion. Like, it's been, like, purple and pink, but also red mixed in there. So, you know, Synchrodestiny. Do you want me to read the book? Hold on one second. I like this because before I got on here, let me just find the card. Actually, they just wanted me to keep it really fucking clean. So, I'm just going to give you... I just think sometimes story time is fucking fun, dude. But sometimes I go really long, and, like, it's funny. Growing up, I used to be told, like, T, keep your fucking stories short. And I'm like, dude, but there's so much detail to them. Oh, interesting. So, one of the reasons I had to turn to the book is because the page that it lands on is 111. I don't know if you can see that. But, so 111, which is also very heightened spiritually. It's a very spiritually awakening number, which totally goes with knowledge and spirituality. That's amazing. So it says, and it's funny because it's our first card too, right? So, all hilarious. It says, this card indicates a need to have faith in the universal order of events, even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty. Wow, that's kind of like how I've been feeling, so other people must be feeling the same way. There is no such thing as an accident or a coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Miracles are happening. Synchronicities are miracles in essence. Even when you can logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come. Sorry guys, those are my neighbors in the house, which are my parents, and so they could be loud sometimes. And it's not that, well, it is that, but it's also the thin walls. So it says, And opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Okay, so let me just read that again. It says, there is no such thing as accident. There is no such thing as an accident or as a coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and I can't even, guys. I'm so sorry because I'm like trying to focus and I'm so like, just help me let go, 18. All right. So it says there's no such thing as an accident or coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Even when you can't logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. Remember, it isn't your job to know how things will unfold. It is simply your job to believe and know that all is well. Amen. And I am really sending you those. Like, first of all, this exudes what needs to be transmitted your way, but also it's like I need to also receive that because sometimes, you know, as much as you can be a believer, it's kind of, you could be shook up by it, right? Like, it could be something that, you know, at one point, like, you kind of like lose a little faith, right? Because we're all human. And it fluctuates sometimes, but really, we got to really keep it on high. High believing, man. High believing, high believing. The hows, whens, and whos lie in the hands of the divine. But once you surrender the outcome, which we now do, we're going to let go and surrender to the outcome, we are shown the next logical step. In order to improve our current situation, we are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of our lives. Cycles that are encouraging you to trust in the power of synchronicity. By living in consistent alignment with Source, which is your creator, which is whoever you believe in, you know, in the universe as well, through positive thoughts, emotions, and prayers, you will automatically attract miraculous synchronicities into your life. The affirmation you might want to use today is, I have faith that synchronicity will lead me where I need to be. Now, I'm going to just put this in as a prayer for us. I'm going to say, we have faith that synchronicity will lead us to where we need to be. Amen. That is like and the next card is abundance here. So that's amazing. So that's like what we're going to, that's like self-explanatory. I was just going to say, like, a lot of things, like in terms of miracles, like I had to like say this out loud. Like, I gotta, you know, this song from Hercules, like, are you ready for a miracle? Yeah, that song, that literally came to me today, and I was like, and I actually have to play it like after I get off. But that's basically what came to me, and I was kind of like laughing because I was like, that's exactly what I'm getting prepared for, and I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be some sort of, you know, laughter and fucking excitement there. Some sort of miracle. We're going to this one next, aren't we? Yes, we are, because here's why. I thought it was gonna be this. See, this is why you gotta put yourself to the side, because sometimes it's not about you being right. It's about what needs to actually happen. So abundance is 88, and right away I saw 48 on here, and abundance in financial discipline. So I just was pulled to this, but this is also a happy ending card. So it's like that is needed for the ending. It's so fucking awesome. Okay. So for financial discipline, do you want me to read this? No, they want me to go by what I feel. All right. So hold on one second. Let me just get pumped and ready. Because I'm hot. All right. Financial discipline. Okay. So there's actually a lot of healing to this. I feel like there's people, this came in from yesterday too, where there might be like a lot of, there might be a lot of worry around it, but my whole thing is, I feel like as though the worry is really kind of getting you to become a lot smarter this time around. So whether you're kind of keeping track of your finances better, or you're actually studying in terms of how to be more financially disciplined, which is absolutely a spiritual, a knowledge and spirituality subject, financial discipline, because anything having to do with discipline, and actually discipline is a part of knowledge and spirituality, the word discipline, the action of discipline. So in this case, we're getting to be more yin about it, which makes sense because it's kind of like towards me in terms of yin matter, but also pink is more of like, not that, listen, like the colors can be, they apply to everybody. But since the pink is more of a yin color, like a feminine color, and the green is more of a masculine, but also together combined, they are the heart chakra. So my whole thing is there's something loving that I feel as though you're getting out of, your financial discipline this year, which is something just came to me and it left, but come back. So the financial discipline is literally like about like, there was something about love there, like love. Like, I feel like you're loving the gifts that you're giving people too, in terms of the way you're giving it, and in terms of like self-care, like in terms of, when if you're on a budget this year, it's like, you're not like moping around like, oh, I have a budget that I have to like spend, that I have to spend on people, or you're not giving money out the typical way. Like, you could be creating accounts for people and saying, hey, the account is in your name because, this is meaningful to me or to you, or however it is, both ways. It should be both ways, actually. Also, what I'm getting is like people giving like gift cards in a very different manner. Like, it's kind of like a fun manner. Like, you're not just going to be, I don't know, it's not just going to be like a gift card. You're going to like decorate it extra. You're going to like really make it more meaningful in terms of, like kind of an unforgettable type of gift. So yeah, and you're like loving the way that it's coming out because it is money, but you're making it more meaningful in a sense, which is what financial discipline is pretty much all about. I also think that you're kind of helping people's dreams to come true, which is very interesting because when you have financial discipline, like finances being allocated to different things, you are actually more prone to having your dreams coming true because you are not ignoring, that your dreams will cost money, right? So I feel as though you are either thinking about or have done it or will be helping somebody in a financial disciplined way. Starting with yourself first, because I feel like you have a strength behind you. Like, so put it this way, the strengths that you already know about when it comes to financial discipline, you will be helping another through it, but also through giving. Do you get what I'm saying? So like I said, like if you're giving money, you're going to be giving it in a more smarter way, and one which touches your heart and the heart of others. So I just feel like it's really awesome. And it's the green is super there. So it's like super love, super depth in love, but super healing, right? Like, so, and I'm getting it's like this is a total giving, a giving card, even though you'd think that, I mean, it's just coming across that way. 'Cause I'm not saying like, the pink is more of a receiving rather, and then the green is giving, So, because feminine energy is a receiving energy, if people didn't know, but it's really funny because like in this world, it's really funny because like feminines always are the nurturing ones. They end up looking like they're like the louder givers, but really the louder givers should be the guys, right? This is why traditional dating ends up being very good for people, because of the fact that they are, just like Steve Harvey said, men are supposed to profess, provide, and protect, right? So providing is the giving in terms of their finances, right? Like sharing it, but also not sharing it. It's like more so providing it, right? Providing is a way to kind of, I want to say share, but also, set a foundation. That's what I want to say. It's way needed. Woo! I had a feeling that was going to happen because there's something under here. Stay right there, boo. All right. So, are we moving on to the next card? Okay, next card is, I love how all, like, look how beautiful these cards are. They're so gentle. They're like all, yeah, they're like yellow, blues, pinks, purples, you know, they're pastels. So this definitely, when it comes to, the colors here, what I'm getting is there's a lot of internal transformation going on that, that basically we may not see, but it's allowing us to glow from the inside out, and again, causing our happy ending. So, and it's not a happy ending for when you go get a massage, just saying. Because my mind goes there. But, okay, so 93 is 12. 9 and 3 is 12. So that is a balance of where you've come into your own. It's kind of like you've had an ending, and now comes the expansion of the new beginnings. So, therefore, a happy ending, if that makes perfect math sense right there. But the whole thing is, purple is the knowledge and spirituality. So, I'm saying that either, how are we doing this? Would this be the beginning of the day? No, this is the ending of the day. All right. So, which makes sense, happy ending, right? So you are going to feel really satisfied in terms of your just entire self, like your knowledge, spirituality, discipline, self-mastery, self-discovery, self-mastery, that type of thing. It's kind of like you've done all that you can do, and that's been like a channeled message, I feel, lately too. It's like you've done all that you can possibly do to yourself to kind of become your wholesome self, and like tonight might be like a miraculous feeling of that. That's what I'm sensing. Like you're, like, it's kind of like you're gonna feel, excuse me, now that I'm drinking tea, I'm like burping like crazy. Detoxing for sure. You're going to feel golden, right? Like a golden sunshine through possibly your third eye, which is kind of like you are envisioning this happy ending for yourself. But you're also really happy when it comes to reviewing your life. You're also really happy in terms of how your life has kind of like, how you have dealt with life and how far you have come thus far in your life, in a happy way, right? You're just going to be reviewing, and you're just going to be like, you know what, I'm okay. You know, things are okay. Like, it's not as bad, as you may think. So, but what I'm getting is definitely like, out of the heart, I feel is going to be this like exuding, like, you know, just glow of yellow, where it's kind of like you've just like banished all the bullshit out of your heart, you know? That's what I'm getting. And out of your mind too, because purple is mind. So you've done a lot of work on your mind, and you've done a lot of work like on your heart, because there's a lot of pinks and it's crazy actually. Like, so, you know, yellow is kind of gold, and purple is, you know, like, I want to say royalty, but also like it represents your wealth corner, these colors, right? The purple and the yellow. So it's kind of like you are feeling massively wealthy on an emotional level, and all of what you've done thus far, like in terms of reviewing your life thus far, when it comes to the entire, you know, year before this day. So again, I just feel like, and I feel like now that I'm touching this card, it's like I feel like the financial discipline is on the up and up. Like you feel really good. For instance, something that's coming to me is like, you know, if you're a minimalist, right? Some people might look at you as like, oh, you're a cheapskate or something, but it's not. It's like the minimalism idea in terms of financial discipline and allocation of it literally gives you the happy ending of an emotional feeling that you want, and in your heart as well, right? So, you know, it's just a beautiful balance I see here, which is like the pink and the green are kind of like your really grounded foundational in terms of, you know, finances, and it has a lot to do with your heart, so it's more meaningful this year. And then, so you have the heart chakra, you have the, I want to say wealth and empowerment corner. So again, the yellow really represents this empowerment, like an empowerment type of like light, you know? And then in the middle comes the 2, where it's like, you know, you have now this self-compassion for yourself, but also there's this knowledge behind in the background that you've gained so much. So it's like, this is like a total self-love card. So, and it's no wonder that we started from here, because it's a self-love first, and then it exudes out to the heart, and then it exudes out to your wealth and your empowerment. So you're feeling really fucking awesomely good on the inside by the end of your day, in terms of how it's flowing. And it's really beautiful. It's amazing. So good job. And also, not only that, I'm hearing faith. Like, you've had so much faith throughout these entire areas of your life this year, that please, like, pat yourself on the back, because you've done so well internally, you know? All right, so let's go on with these cards. We're gonna do, oh my god, this popped out for me earlier. Yo, that's cray. That is cray. I love when that happens. Yes. Okay. This is okay. This is so interesting. Are we reading the bottoms of these decks at all? Is this one being read from the bottom of the deck at all? Is the bottom of the deck at all important here from this deck? Okay, so we're getting no on both. All right. So we're going to put you to the side. All right? We're going to put you to the side. So, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. 18, do I go into it? Yes, because it's kind of exciting. All right. So when I was shuffling the cards off cam, this is the first card that slipped out. Like, it literally fell on the floor, and it's like, let go. And I was like, okay, let me breathe for a second. Now, what's funny is that the let go is really in tune here with the financial discipline. Now, also, what's crazy is that I put these cats here, okay? So, which the colors of these cats are popping up in these decks. So, that's really interesting. But also, what I want to say is, when I placed these cats down here, I was like, oh, I thought in my head finances, because usually in feng shui, the little cats are, I'm pretty sure that people have seen them in businesses of any sort, but usually, you know, those that have those Chinese business owners, I want to say, know that these little, they usually have the waving cat. And so I never listened to the waving cat, but like, once I saw these little figurines, I was like, oh my god, I freaking love them, and they're coming home with me. So long story short, I really do love these cats, and the thing is, I wanted them to wave at you guys, so that there can be like more of an exchange going on in this world in terms of happiness and finances, but like, not even, it was just like, so it was such a simple thought. Like, I'm not even, it's kind of like, you know, this is like to up the game in finances, right, for both you and I don't know why, I just like felt like I needed to put that there, and I checked in. I always love checking in, right, because I always want to put my ego to the side, my victimization, any type of like limitations that I have. I want to check that to the side, so that I can clearly hear what it is that I am meant to do, so that it is for my highest and best good. Because listen, guys, I'm reading a book right now that is more of like a teenage type of vibe book, but it's about angels, and there's a reason that I'm reading that book. But let me just tell you something. The chick in there, will never she will not listen to the signs and to her friends and to the messages that she's getting, and she just like literally fucking does not listen. And I'm like, yo, I cannot. I said, God forbid, because I don't ever want to be like that character in the book, right? It's kind of like, you know, when you're watching a movie and you're just like, yo, don't go in where the fucking killer is, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go in there, and you're like talking to the TV. Like, I feel like I'm doing this in this book, because I'm like, this bitch does not get it. She doesn't get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I never want to be in that position. Like, I always want to have the common sense to literally listen to my angels and to listen to the divine messages coming through, rather than me doing my thing and like whatever, because I just know that I'm going to be happier if I listen. And first time around, like, I don't want it to take me that long to understand the whole karmic lesson in it, right? Like, if I have to, I will. But if I don't have to, I really won't. So therefore, my intuition is there all the time. It like has to be first and foremost, right? So, So what I'm getting is, since these cards are being your enhancers, it's literally like, let go about any and all financial discipline, like financial discipline worries, like, because you know, sometimes when you pay for things, when there's like an exchange, like a transaction going on, like worry comes up. You're like, oh my god, will it go through? Oh my god, you know, like all these little, like, you know, details about the financial discipline. So it's just kind of like, let go and breathe. You're doing great. Just make sure that you're kind of recording everything, in terms of like what you're spending. You know, the ins and outs of things are very important. So just track the stuff that you're spending. That's also a type of financial discipline, so that you can literally, know that you're going to be okay. And that's all your mind really needs at the end of the day, in terms of knowledge. It's like, where is this money going, so that you could feel better and know that, okay, it's not like you just like blew this shit. You know what I'm saying? So let go. You're doing okay in terms of tracking and things like that. And so that you can like literally flow, because I feel like a lot of us, around this time, maybe like really, I don't want to say stingy, but I want to say like and it's funny, I said it to my grandma the other day in a fucking joking way, where it was just like, yo, grandma, like I was, I was like, yo, don't clench your asshole. Like, I was telling her that, because, and just out of a funniness, and I don't know what we were talking about, but, oh, because I think she was saying that something was too much, and I was like, listen, it was like a Nutella spoon that she was given, and she was complaining to my mom, and she's like, oh, but it's too much, and it's like, grandma, just unclench your asshole and eat the Nutella, you know you're gonna like it, and let's not create fucking excuses where excuses don't need to be made, right? Like drama around the stuff that doesn't, like, it's a freaking spoon of Nutella, like, grab that shit, anybody would just, like, devour it, right? So, so with that being said, you're letting go by unclenching your asshole, and you're literally, you know, what I'm getting is also discussions around finances. So it's kind of like the financial discipline, whether you're going maybe to, it's interesting, I'm seeing like teaching of kids, like some people are teaching kids around, about financial discipline this time of year, especially. Where it's like you're teaching about finances in terms of what you know or what they should know. Also, your own children, I feel like, are getting kind of like loving advice from how to be financially disciplined. So that's really awesome. And if you're not doing that, maybe that's a great idea to do it, so that you can let go and you can trust that everything, that they'll eventually know how to, you know, work their magic in terms of finances on their own, but also to just be more trusting, right? So you can let go of that control aspect of it, like, oh, you know, like worrisome aspect of it being like, oh, will they ever know? Will they ever like make the right decisions? And it's like, if you just explain it to them, you know, like as you go, they're gonna understand. It's not like they're like stupid. They're actually a lot smarter than the adults. It's just that you have to kind of communicate a lot of your teachings to them, so that you can let go and they can let go of a lot of stress, like in the here and now, but also in the future. So it's kind of huge. Like, it's like any and all worries are being lifted, so you can let go, and you're doing great. This is what I'm really sensing. You're doing great. And even if you feel like you're not doing great, like, oh, because I feel like some people maybe are stressing out more than they need to, and it's just like, just calm down, let go, everything's gonna be fine. You got your lucky kitties that are here. That literally, oh, kitties and kitties. I just mentioned the children. That's funny. But yeah, you got different type of kitties, but that's what just triggered in my mind. So it's like, you know, you got your cats here, your lucky cats. If money's coming in, don't worry. You know, it's a balance. So just let go of the control of hoarding, and really kind of create that infinite balance that you get to have, you know, in this life, and enjoy it. This is what I'm getting. And enjoy your money. And I think maybe that's what you're doing more with it, in terms of having it meaningful and touching your heart. Enjoy it. Okay. Next. All right. So synchronicity. Okay, and it's a yes card. It's like, yes, synchronicity. Yes, we love it. Oh my God, it's super fun. Okay. So when it comes to the synchronicity, I mean, we've just basically talked about this, but I feel as though it's like, yes, the miracles are coming. Yes, what was the other ones that popped out? Oh, abundance is coming. Yeah, because the abundance card is here too. There was something else that was like miraculous, miraculous believing, is in here, is also a part of this. Like, just be abundant in believing, be abundant in, don't stop believing in the miracles that are about to come your way, because we're really, guys, like, I feel it. I mean, I was even just thinking up until, so what, we're the 24th, so 25th, I feel like, 5 to, well, it's like more like 6, but like the 5 days leading up to the new year are going to be spectacular. Like, it's going to be spectacular synchronicity, and you're going to like it's going to be amazing. So, do I need to read from this at all? No. I think that this is just a confirmation of the synchronicities are real. So pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? And I really do feel as though it's so beautiful, because again, this is all so well balanced in terms of, your self-love, that you finally come to this self-love aspect in terms of its wholeness. And so it's like, yes, you've come all this way, and yes, all these synchronicities are happening because you're on the right path. And I just like to play around with these cards, by the way, like in terms of arranging them and like moving them. I'm not really, I mean, I am kind of OCD, but I'm not that OCD with the cards. But yes, I am, because I'd rather have them like kind of balanced out. But and actually, I like to rehome things. So when it's moved around, I'm like, just put it back into place. Because it's great when it's organized, right? I love organization. So when anything looks like balanced and beautiful, I am so all about that. So I just feel like you came into this heightened wholesomeness of yourself in terms of self-love, and all of these beautiful words that came out of this, like miraculous, least expected, dreams, dreams coming true, believe, the simpleness is actually very big. So, your job is to simply believe and go with the flow, trust in the power of synchronicity, consistent alignment with source, positive thoughts, emotions, prayers. Yeah, it's like you're just automatically, and faith too, faith. It's like, just have faith that synchronicity will lead you where you need to be. I really do feel also synchronicity involves a lot of traveling here. So you could, and what I'm seeing here perfectly is also the yes. So there is a confirmation there in terms of like, there's a lot of travel there, that like you're going to be led to travel in certain places. Oh, and to meet the perfect people and opportunities is what's just popping up. Also, so basically today you might be going through a little bit of, faithlessness, which is like hopelessness and uncertainty, but just know that that's all part of the process. And again, I'm getting yes. So it's like, literally don't freak out about it. It's just something that you had to let go of in order for all of this beautiful, empowering light to come in towards the end of your day, right? Which I'm really beautifully blessed to say that it's so that I'm actually feeling that as I'm getting on here, because I couldn't do it before because I wasn't feeling, as empowered. But now before I got on here, I was like, okay, I feel like this is like the good time to do it. So I'm very grateful that, if you give yourself like more rest or more sleep or whatever it is more of that you need, you literally come back alive and, better than ever and kicking, and kicking, really. I'm not going to say kicking and screaming, but because we ain't throwing tantrums over here, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you just liven up, you know. And I know that, like, it's interesting because lately I'm like, I really haven't been feeling alive. So when I come onto these live videos, I'm very grateful for them because I feel as though, you know, eventually they will connect with somebody, right? So it's like, it's all part of the, that have patience, but know that you're going to help somebody eventually, right? So, like, because nothing is wasted, you know. So yeah, and so this is why you should be so grateful for your life and never waste it, because really you got to do something proactive when it comes down to your life all the time, all the time, all the time. And that's also to have fun, right? To have fun with being proactive. Now, the next card, I got a message before about it. What was it? Okay, well, in terms of happy ending, it's funny how this is like unlikely. Unlikely. I think you're doubting the happy ending. And I think that's what it is. And so it's very interesting. Look how this has purple and yellow in it too. I mean, all of them do, but this one especially have purple and yellow, and this one really is purple and yellow. So I just feel like you have nothing to worry about in terms of the happy ending that you want, you know. And what is really interesting is that, yeah, like I feel as though, okay, hold on one second. I feel as though I'm getting the moon here, and I feel as though there's a happy ending with love that you want, because there's a person on here that I really appreciate because they pop on here sometimes when it's needed. Oh, maybe there's people on here and I haven't even realized. Hold on one second. Let me see. Sometimes I see the chats later. Give me 1 second. But there's a viewer on here that I really appreciate. Okay, now I had to pop on there just to see if anybody's, like, you know, writing. But what was I gonna say? The name is like Happily Ever After, and so I just thought of her, where it's like you're wishing and hoping for this happily ever after. It's kind of like, you know, Bruno Mars's song, like Singing to the Moon. It's one of those where it's just kind of like tonight you might find yourself like just maybe a little bit lonely on a feminine side, like where you're just like, oh my God, is this ever going to happen? But it's like, no, the foundation is there. It's already set in stone. You are going to receive your happy ending. It's just that you have to kind of hold on tight and not think unlikely thoughts, right? So yeah, so I'm just saying, but what I'm getting is just like embrace and knowing that there is an angel that's like watching over you, in terms of that is going to be giving you a happy ending, but you just have to kind of do a little bit more praying and like affirming, and what they said it beautifully here. What was it? It was praying. Yeah, I'm seeing success, opportunities, dreams. They will all really come true. Oh my God, that's not even the... Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. They said something about positive thoughts. Oh, yeah. Just keep the unlikely thoughts, unlikely emotions, and unlikely prayers, which is like what you don't want, out of your system, so that you will automatically attract miracles, so that, you know, so that they don't deter so that they don't automatically deter you and all of your work that you've done thus far from bringing on the miracles, miraculous synchronicities into your life. So again, don't focus on the unlikelihood of it. Focus on more of the happy ending, right? That's what you want. So, and again, you're going to be doing that through positive thoughts, positive emotions, positive prayers. And whenever you put in a prayer, you're, that's definitely you working with faith, you working with the universe, you being in alignment with your dreams to come true. And that'll help synchronicity kind of, just boom, 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 like have you like chronologically get there, And again, I'm getting like the 5 days leading up until the new year is going to be super big in terms of believing. Excuse me. So keep up the good work in it. You right? Like just get into the preparation mode of that. Um, yeah, and just kind of like and make it a habit, and just so that you're not only prepared for big stuff to happen in your life, but literally leading you into the new year, you're going to just feel amazing, right? So and also it'll propel you even further in your new year, to experience more beautiful things if you just kind of make sure that all that positivity is brought with you into the new year, right? So again, like my one of my tips is don't hang out with negative people on a new year. And I don't care if if you're going to create the excuse of saying like, hey, but I've known them for like so many years, and it's like, no, fuck that. Their energy is something that you don't want to kind of like poison, not poison, but like you don't want it to, yeah, you don't want to dirty up those pure waters that you've created for yourself, right? So it's like if you know that you're with a dramatic person, or if you know that you're with like a person that's always like heavy, just like you feel heavy when you're with them, you feel heavy when you leave them, like you gotta cut those ties a little bit. You gotta do something. You gotta be with more lighthearted people, right? And maybe this is the year to do it, right? Like out with the old and with the new, and not saying that people don't matter, but what I'm saying is some people really need a little bit more time to learn how important it is to have positivity, as a spiritual habit, and self-love as a spiritual habit, which is all one and the same. Self-love and positivity positivity is self-love, right? It's a form of self-love. So it's like all these different forms of self-love. It's like if these people have not got on the bandwagon with them, with it, like if they don't understand it and they've been even with you for a while, it makes no sense that you guys are even hanging out at that point, because they're not delivering that value back to you, and yet they're only again, I've been getting a lot of like vampirism, so it's like I guess the vampire energy suckers that you already know who they are, and they could be a part of your family, they could be a part of your friendships, the social circles, all that stuff. So it's like so just distance yourself from them, and I actually do see that happening. In terms of you distancing from them, in terms of you giving that space, you distancing yourself as a positive person from them, and so on. And maybe this is why the unlikely card is there. It's because it's unlikely that you are to bring these people into the new year, bring these thoughts into the new year, and it's all because this happy ending is going to overpower it, right? And your want for this happy ending, like you're dreaming about this happy ending, and your need for it, your yearning, is literally overpowering the aspect of you even wanting to be with these people. So it's kind of like it's making your big dreams are making it easy for you to literally say, you know what, I don't deserve this. Also, your self-love is making it very easy for you to say to yourself, I don't deserve this anymore. So it's kind of like, again, it's like a wave. So after synchronicity must come the unlikeliness, where you're like, you know what? There are things that need to be dropped so that I can have my happy ending, right? So those people that you find, unlikely to be positive, or unlikely to be, what I can't seem to, what was it? Yeah, unlikely to have positive emotions, unlikely to pray or affirm things in a positive way for themselves. It's like all that is being dropped, and that's actually a beautiful thing, and you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel that happy ending once you do. So, and I completely see that happening right before the new year. So in terms of, New Year's plans, like make sure you know who it is that you're, like make sure that you are in approval of who it is you want to hang out with, because of the fact that if they don't bring you anything in return, emotionally speaking, then they have to be cut out. I mean, that's literally my tip, because that's how I work. And all humans are equal in my eyes, so I don't care what type of title you have. It's just like, if you're not putting in the work that I'm putting in, or if you're not doing it yourself, then there's no reason to even have a relationship, right? Because you're two different people, not seeing eye to eye, but also, if you're not seeing eye to eye, that's not a bad thing. It's just that most likely they are around you because they are sucking on your energy, and that's not something that you deserve out of self-love, right? Because you've already been putting in this work, and for somebody to come in and just kind of like suck you dry like a leech, like that's not right. That's karmically not right, right? So again, and the karmically right thing to do for yourself is to cut these ties with the unlikely people that you're going to hang out with come the new year. And you're literally just going to be like, and just simplify. Again, simplify came up in the explanation. So, keep it simple. Synchronicity is very simple. And by simplifying even more, you gain more synchronicity in terms of you're traveling lighter. So you're going to get to your happy ending even quicker. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like some people are going to be experiencing these happy endings, or happily ever afters, right before the new year, even though some people, I know some readers on YouTube are saying that new relationships are happening in the new year. And I'm like, yeah, it is. But I also think that they're happening right before then. And then you're bringing them with you into the new year. So as your happy beginning and happy ending, if that makes any sense, like happy ending first and then happy beginning, which is interesting because it's kind of like, I don't know about you guys, but like lately I've realized that I'm like, I actually like having my dessert first and then ending it with savory stuff, right? So it's kind of like you're getting your dessert first at the end of this year, which is going to be super sweet, and then your savory is going to be what kicks in into foundational mode, like grounding and like just being like, okay, so like how are we going to like work this all out in terms of, having two people that have two lives and need to come together in terms of, what is it called? Romance and best friendness, right? Like, how are you going to make your plans, how are you going to synchronize your plans? So, and also synchronize financial discipline. That's huge. So yeah, guys, so these are just a lot of things to think about and keep positive about. I know you will, and I know you will receive that sweet, super ending. But as for today, you're just gonna, you might even do some, thinking in terms of cord cutting. When it comes to like Archangel Michael, it's a really good idea to call upon him and ask him to cut any cords, known or unknown to you, that literally is not serving a higher purpose, and you'll feel lighter, you'll feel wealthier. You know what I'm saying? You'll have more of a happy ending, and you'll be able to sleep well. So it's all about that. That is like key. If you're able to sleep well at night, you are doing great, which I believe that you are. So keep up the good work. You're doing awesome. That's why there's no need to worry. Just let go and flow. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I will come to you tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.